But we're going to have to make a decision whether we take what's called the hard right, meaning that we do the right thing as humanity for one another, but it's the hard thing to do, or we take the easy left, which means that we're going to take the easy way, the easy fork in the road, but the outcome is not going to be the best. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Wednesday to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, during this video I am going to share with you why it is so important, again, that we all have a water filtration system that we use on a daily basis, not just for emergencies, but for everyday use. In addition to that, I'm going to go over a couple of other stories that I found very interesting that I think you ought to know about. But first, let me go ahead and share with you that the Alaska Prepper Payday Prep Bucket that was on sale here over the last weekend, it's not on sale anymore, but you can still use my AP10 discount code for 10% off. And what I'm doing is that through the rest of the year, anyone that purchased the AP bucket, and also anyone that spends, let's say, $200 or more in the Nutrient Survival store using my link and also using my code, I will go ahead and send you at the beginning of 2024 one of the new 2024 edition AP silver coins. A lot of people have found interest in that, and I've gotten a whole bunch of emails. All you will have to do is go ahead and send an email to this email below, onewinnerwinnerchickendinner2@gmail.com, with a print screen or a screenshot of your receipt showing that you ordered it, that you paid for it, your order number, your name, your address, etc. Everything that I would need in order to ship you one of those coins, and everything that I would need to go ahead and verify that you actually made that purchase. Now let's go ahead and talk about our first story of the day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I may have to watch my words during this video. I just had a video demonetized because I was talking about climate change. All right. It seems like sometimes when you speak too much truth, they don't like that, and they go ahead and demonetize you first, then they take further action later. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if YouTube demonetizes your video, they're not going to go ahead and promote it or recommend it to anyone else because they don't see it worthy of making them any money. Now let's go ahead and talk about why it is that you must, ladies and gentlemen, you must put this on your priority list. You must have an everyday water filtration system because you never know. I don't know how many videos I've done over the years talking about this. Every time that something new comes up, it seems that this year it's been several times, but here US water systems have been cyber attacked, and this is going to continue to happen more and more. In this case, it was for a specific reason, but the reason doesn't matter if your water is tainted and it's going to harm your health. And it seems that the water utility company that got hacked got a picture like this on their screen saying, you have been hacked by some kind of a hacking group. I've never really heard of them. I think it says Cyber Avengers. It says that any kind of equipment installed in the United States that can be hacked that was produced by Israel will be hacked by this group. At least that's the way that I'm reading it. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have a link. I am affiliated with Simpure, which sells reverse osmosis water filtration systems, every kind that you can think of, every kind of water filter that you can think of for your whole house, etc., etc. I also have another link down there that I'm not affiliated with. That way you can mix and match, but you don't have to use my link. The thing is that you need to get a water filtration system to ensure that the water you're drinking is safe, especially the water that your family is drinking. A cyber attack group, this reads, has been compromising default credentials in Unitronic devices since at least November 22nd of this year, says an agency. One high-profile attack by the Cyber Avengers, I believe it is, targeted a water authority near Pittsburgh on November 25th. The affected municipality's water authority immediately took the system offline and switched to manual operations. There is no known risk to the municipality's drinking water or water supply, they say. This is a great thing. They caught the problem as it was occurring and they fixed it, and they had a way to go manual, which is very important in the technological world that we live in. However, ladies and gentlemen, the question is this: what happens next time when they don't catch it? Where there's a glitch and they think everything's okay and they don't catch it. That's why you need a water filtration system. And even they tell you, ladies and gentlemen, finishing this off, they say, quote, If a hack like this can happen here in Western Pennsylvania, it can happen anywhere in the United States. So don't listen to me. Listen to the professionals, the people that do this for a living. You just never know. And that's what an RO system is for. It's not only for insurance to make sure that you don't drink something that's bad, but it's to make sure that the things that are in there now, like chlorine and stuff like that, that you don't want in your body, that are taken out before you consume it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is very sad, and I believe, unfortunately, that will continue to happen at a faster rate year over year, and not only in the UK. This article states that the UK government data reveal that young people are expiring of cancer at explosive rates following the health crisis, and also those that had taken the juicy juice. Now remember that this information is coming from government data, okay? So it's not something that I'm making up, and I sure as heck wish that this was not true. Government data from the UK has revealed that teenagers and young people in their 20s and 40s, ladies and gentlemen, are expiring, leaving this earth in its physical form, from rapidly metastasizing and terminal cancers. I don't have a crystal ball, but I predict that in the next 2 or 3 years that people are going to expire at such a fast rate that it will no longer be hidden. It's not something that's going to be talked about in small channels like this here or there on social media. It's going to be in front of everyone's face. I read an article not too long ago that said that at least 1 in 6 people in the United States of America know someone that was either injured or that expired that had taken the juicy juice. And I know this video is all over the place, but we're just going to go ahead and put out one video today, ladies and gentlemen, with all of these short news articles that I'm going over with you. And again, remember that I will be leaving the link to all of these articles on a pinned comment. I will also leave the link to my new website, which is very nice. And I will also leave a link to Simpure in case you are interested in checking out their RO systems. And I welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to compare them to any others. They're a very good system at a very good price. But why is it that central banks and countries are still buying gold at record levels? I wonder why. Let's see what they say. The summer of central bank gold buying extends into fall. Wait till you hear how much gold central banks alone, just central banks, have purchased this last year. Now listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Globally, just in the month of October, central banks have purchased 42 tons of gold. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that a ton of gold, as they measure precious metals, is 2.2 thousand pounds. Then you multiply that times 16 ounces, and that comes out to about, I think, 36,000 ounces of gold. Why are they buying all this gold? You have to wonder. Since the beginning of the year, ladies and gentlemen, Bank of China has increased its reserve by 204 tons. Just the Bank of China. As of the end of October, China officially had 2,215 tons of gold. Well, we shouldn't be worried about that, ladies and gentlemen, because the United States officially says it has a little over 8,000. I think it's like 8,136 tons, something like that, right? Which is about 4 times more, 3.5 times more than China. But this is what I would say we should worry about as far as who holds the most gold. I believe that the people of China have been conditioned to save in 2 things. They save their wealth in real estate, which we know hasn't done very well at all for them over there this last year, last couple of years. But they also save in precious metals. And I remember reading an article, I can't find it, but I remember reading it or hearing it, that China as a country, the people have in excess of 20,000 ton of gold, in addition to the 2,200 that the official number is put out by the government. And it's not only China that's getting out of the dollars, ladies and gentlemen. They are selling treasuries to buy gold. But the Central Bank of Turkey also made another big gold buy in October, expanding its holdings by 19 tons, which is a pretty good amount for a small country like Turkey. Even with big purchases over the last several months, Turkey still has been a net seller this year. And the reason being is because they've been selling some of their gold in order to tamp down the inflation that they've been experiencing in Turkey. And it continues to say about Turkey that their central bank sold about 160 tons last spring, but returned to buying this third quarter. The National Bank of Poland as well continued its recent gold buying spree, expanding its reserves by another 6 tons, and its gold holdings are now over 100 tons this year. And finishing it off, it says that total central bank buying for 2022 alone came in at 1,136 tons. It was the highest level of net purchases on record, dating back to 1950. And to finish it off, total central bank gold buying in 2022 came in at about 1,136 ton, which is roughly 1/3 of all of the gold that is mined, not purchased, mined year long, ladies and gentlemen, roughly. It was the highest level of net purchases on record dating back to 1950. So you have to ask yourselves a question, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am a huge proponent of owning precious metals in order to protect your purchasing power and to preserve your wealth long term. If you've never heard about holding gold, because I talk to people that have never heard about it almost every day. I'll strike up a conversation with a stranger waiting in line here or there, and they've never heard about why it is that gold and silver protect your wealth long term. Now, I have to be careful when I talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Global emissions are set for another record year this year, thanks to China and India. I've talked about this in the past, where it seems like it is only Western countries that are being targeted with contributing to lowering the amount of emissions, I guess you can say, that go into the air, where other countries like China and India, who are still building coal power plants, etc., are allowed to pollute even more so than what they were polluting before. And what I say about that is that the goal is to go ahead and lower the standard of living, because energy is the economy, and the economy is your standard of living, ladies and gentlemen. The goal of the string pullers, I guess you can say, of our overlords, their goal is to lower our standard of living in the West so that it can match up with the standard of living of all of the third world nations. Meaning that if you lived in a Western nation now, which is kind of like known as a first or second world nation, you know, it seems like here in the United States we're turning into a second world nation if we have not already. I mean, when you have apps that measure the amount of poop on the streets, i.e. San Francisco, I can't really say that you're a first world nation anymore. When you have government that is so corrupt that the people have lost hope on ever having fairness within their government, I can't say that we're a first world nation anymore, unfortunately. So again, as Western nations suffer because we're using less energy, therefore having less output, other nations like China, like other third world countries that don't really care about emissions, are doing a lot better, getting their standard of living up, while we bring ours down, unfortunately. But if you can dance and sing really good, ladies and gentlemen, you become famous, you'll be able to spew out all the emissions you want and get on all of the jet rides that you want around the world, because it doesn't matter to you. If you're one of the elite, you can do anything you want, and then you can blame it on us, the poor serfs. Ladies and gentlemen, just get prepared and continue to stay prepared, because that's the only thing that's going to guarantee that good people make it to the other side. What do you mean about make it to the other side? For those of you that maybe have joined in and this is the first time that you're watching one of my videos and you've made it this far, what I mean by making it to the other side is this, is that we are going through a change in era. We are going to switch over to a different era where most people are going to wake up and they're going to have to make a decision. We, the people of the world, are going to come to a climax within the next 5 to 10 years. I think a little less than that. But we're going to have to make a decision. Whether we take what's called the hard right, meaning that we do the right thing as humanity for one another, but it's the hard thing to do, or we take the easy left, which means that we're going to take the easy way, the easy fork in the road, but the outcome is not going to be the best. So we're going to have to make that decision here within the next several years, and you need to be prepared either way, because either way, whatever decision we make, there's going to be hard times ahead. So stay prepared. If you're not prepared, get prepared. Having said that, I hope that you have a great day today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got something out of this, if not just a little bit of entertainment. We will be having a live stream this Friday at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And go check out the live stream that Gray and myself did on Monday, where we unfold the apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we reveal to you the apocalypse, and it's a lot of fun, those live streams, so go check it out. Having said that, again, have a great day. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.